Well, good evening. Bush crop cucumber. They're a bush type cucumber and not supposed to need support. So we're going to have to wait and see how they grow to decide on what we need to do with them to get them to fit into this compressed area that we're trying to grow them in. We'll have a look over the bed again now. I did thin out the small seed a little bit more. Let's take this one out of here now. There's 3 there together. The radishes, they're spaced a little bit, and I only took like 3 or 4 out of those. You can see your 42 days tomato plant is flowering. That was our Swiss chard. Another row. We never got complete germination on the Swiss chard. You see that? We have a space, and we have 2 spaces on that one. As we go all the way down, we got good germination for the kohlrabi. That's why that wasn't thinned out. It wasn't all up the last time. The spinach is coming along nicely. 2 rows of it. And our turnip. This is leaf lettuce, so it will be fairly thickly during the entire growing season. Jacob's cattle beans are growing beautifully. And the cucumbers, they're coming along. Not growing that fast, but they're going. I will soon have to thin the beets a bit. And all 3 of our potatoes are up. You see? There's 1 there, 2, 3. The sunflowers are growing fairly fast, as well as over there. So nothing has been on there. There is a couple signs where a slug or a snail did get at the, see that one there, and the furthest one over. But very little damage on anything in this entire bed. Now, as you can see, very little weeds. And this is the good thing about just putting a mulch on top and leaving it. If there's few weeds in your mulch, then you greatly reduce your weed pressure in your beds. And I want to mention the one that was coming up last week, the cucumber. Something bit that off. I'll zoom in. Right there. But a few days ago I was weeding, and I'll show you what my thoughts were at that point. I'm here now. I'm going to weed out this onion bed. Technically I can sit here and pick away. I'm relatively comfortable. Trouble is, when I go to move now, I'm on the ground, it's difficult to slide along. I've got to kind of do like this. So, what I did, I made this little seat. Now, of course, this is only 3 inches, 4.5. But it actually makes quite a bit of difference to the comfort level, just at 4.5 inches. And now I can pick away, and if I get tired of picking, I can just sit up here perfectly comfortable. And it's also easier because this is boards. I can just slide along much easier than trying to slide along the ground. I've got this 4 feet. I can reach so far either side. So this 10-foot bed, I'll just have to move this once and I've got the full length of the bed done. Weeding need not to be a arduous, long, picky task where you have to have everything perfect. Because essentially, you're just trying to keep all the other plants from restricting your crops from growing. So the easy ones, you just pull them up like that, and you just let them drop. Now, if they're a little tiny thing like this one here, it's not hindering your crops at all. So I go through and I just pick up the ones that are easy to grab, give them a shake and throw them down. They'll all wither. And the ones that I leave behind, I don't sit here and try to get out every last weed. Just go through and quickly pick them out, throw them down, and then next time I come through, these will all be withered like I say, and the other ones that were smaller and I missed, they'll be growing up and they'll be easy to actually get a hold of and do the same as I'm doing with these bigger ones now. And that's all you need to do with respect to weeding. Just like that. Here's the onion patch today, and the weeds that were little tiny things last time, they're bigger now. So I can now pull these up. They were barely little green specks when I was weeding last time. I thinned out my rutabaga yesterday. I got 4.2 kilograms of greens. Now you can see I have them spaced quite wide apart, one there, and I cut off 2 that was right there. Two more there. I got them all spaced out about 4 inches really. I may this one's only 2 inches apart, so later on I'll probably take one of these. I'll decide which one I'm going to take. And what I did, let's see if I can find a bunch here now. There's some close together there. Some places there was bunches and I could just go in with the scissors and chop off a bunch. And like right there. So there was a bunch right there and I just cut off a bunch and leaving the strongest of them. I think I've done a very good job, and I noticed a couple of them were wilted. It was probably where I was trying to take up a weed beside it. But these now, they're just laying like that because, as I said in the other video, they were supporting each other really. So now it's a time for them to just get their own strength to support themselves. And today, I get to eat my first strawberry of the season. Beautiful thing. Delicious too. Well, I guess this is going to be a little shorter video for me. Hope you enjoyed it though. Hope you hit that thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe for a lot of more videos to come of gardening in Newfoundland, Canada, in the boreal forest.